Okay, so welcome to everyone. Now I will start to share my screen. You prefer to see the software in the computer version or in the mobile version?
Computer version, because after we'll work on the computer.
Because as I've done for the last graphic design lesson, I have here a smartphone connected to the computer, and I can show you the screen of the smartphone. Maybe I will start with the computer version, and then I will, for make a confrontation, I will show you also the mobile app
version.
Okay. So let me share my screen. Okay. Now, as you can see, this is the window that come in that we can find once we open the website. If you have already prepared an account and
an account where please?
Okay, so let's start from zero again. So I could go here, sign out. This is what you will find when you open the website, the Adobe Express homepage, and you don't have an account. As you can see, you can or digit here a mail if you have already an account, or you can click with continue with Google or with Facebook or with an Apple account, because with the fact that you can use it also in mobile, you can work on the same files. First of all, in the computer, and then also you can work on the same file also in mobile, because it works with cloud. Okay. Now, if I click on continue with Google, you will see that I have a lot of email here to use, but I will use my work mail because usually I show I have a free account here with the work mail, and that's because I like to show the free version of these softwares, because I could show you the premium features because I have a second account, my personal account, with a pro version, but I think that with the fact that the philosophy of these courses is that you can enjoy these courses for free, but it could be a bad thing if the course is free, but you have to pay for the softwares, and not only Adobe Express, but or eventually other professional softwares that I will show you. But I prefer to work with open source or free tools for these courses, because I would like to put.
Sorry,
yeah.
Andrea.
Tell me.
I can see start free trial, meaning that we need to pay.
No, yes, because you can use the pro version of the software, give you more options, allow you to use some of the stock graphics elements that are embedded into Adobe Express, but you can use it for free. Of course, Adobe would like to earn money from people and always give you the hint for the fact that if you want, you can pay for use a pro version. Okay.
How long can I use the free trial? 1 month, or it's for?
Let me see. 30 days. So
basically 1 month. 1 month.
1 month. So
only 1 month.
Eventually, if you want to try the pro version, my suggestion is is to have to start the trial, the free trial for the period of the hackathons, for have more tools to use. Okay, but the fact is that you can see which elements are not free when you start to composing. Now I will open the file that I was preparing the last time for show you the software. This one, if you remember the eye. As you can see here, basically the pro option is for some of the templates, like this one, this one, this. Everything that have this purple crown means that it's a pro feature that you can use. But basically here, for most of the thing is for the templates, is for the media that you can use, like videos, photos. You can see some of them are free, some of them are you have to use the pro account. Okay, so for what you need to do, it's enough the free version, because for example, in other platforms like Canva, you can if you want to export a file into PNG format, that it's the format, the raster file format that can allow you to have a transparency inside the logo or the composition. And it's cool. It's very useful for logo design, because allows you to work more for free. For in Canva, you can export files with the transparency, but this is a pro feature. Okay, so eventually you should pay or start the free trial. But the software is quite simple, similar. The plus in the Adobe Express platform is that if you have an account, a paid account of the Adobe, for example, I have the pro version in my personal account because I pay for the license of the softwares, and this allows me to use Adobe Express with the full features integrated. Okay, but it's not necessary. One thing that I will show you today, and maybe this could be one of the main focus of the lesson, is where you can find the resources that you can use, because this platform it's cool to for logo design, but also for the composition of for the graphic composition. For example, you can create documents, you can create PDF, you can create for example templates for the social media that can come in handy, because as I explain in the first theoric lesson, if you need to work with the social media, you have to respect the size, the correct size of the images for these platforms, because the social media algorithm, and that is the same thing for Instagram, for Facebook, for Twitter, or X as it's called now, for LinkedIn, for YouTube, because you have to respect some sizes also for the cover image of YouTube, of a YouTube channel, etc. You will have some. You will be penalized for this. You will not be able to reach all the people that you want to reach, because you will the algorithm will cut for you a lot of the stuff of the engagement, because you don't respect the correct size. Okay, a cool thing about these platforms like Canva or Adobe Express in this case is that they integrated a database of the correct size of most of the social media. The most important are in the software. So if I would like to create a new file, you can see that here the software is suggesting me, because I use it for these things, Instagram Square Post that is available, that it's good to use in Instagram and Facebook, because they make part of the Meta company, so the sizes are the same. Okay. The cool thing about this platform is that you can, each template that you use can be automatically will be adapted into the composition. This is good for if you need to create a branding style for some guidelines for for a brand that you want to create, for give the same aspect to all the things that you will prepare. That will be normally, for example, you can when you create a logo, you will choose the colors, and you will apply these colors not only in the logo but also in the compositions. Okay. Tell me if I'm going, if it's all clear, or if there is some doubt. Don't feel free to ask. I'm here to help. Okay. So if I go on plus and I click on here, the first thing that we see is standard and suggested. So custom size, square, landscape, portrait, Instagram Square Post, logo, flyer, etc. But if I go on social media, you can see that we have a lot of presets here. We have Instagram ad, Instagram carousel, Instagram landscape post, Instagram portrait post, reel, square post again, story, Facebook ad, there is TikTok ad and TikTok video, YouTube banner, as I was explaining you. And remember that if you want to create a YouTube channel, you have to pay attention to the fact that if you open, and I will show you here directly from YouTube. Now, for example, if I go on this account here, that is the account of a project that.
Hello, Luca.
Yes.
Andrea, please. I'm sorry to disturb you. I noticed
don't
that
worry.
if you have a MS361 account, you can get Adobe Express for free.
Sorry?
If you have MS Microsoft Office, if you have an account there, you can get.
It's
no,
not
if
the
you
same.
have an account there, it's not the same.
No, with an Office account, you can
get Adobe Express for free.
It's the first time that I hear something similar, because they are two different companies. So it's with a paid account of Adobe Suite. You have all the pro feature for free, or for free integrated in your account.
Okay. Anyway, I'm trying to install it. I will tell you later on.
Okay. So I was saying that if I go on, no, maybe it's better to change account again and search for. If you see now, this is the YouTube channel of a project that we're developing. As you can see in the home page, you can see this banner. Okay, But if I open it, oh no, okay, it cuts it by because it's the computer version. But if I go on here and I choose YouTube banner, you can see that, for example, it's more big than the banner that you see here, because when you prepare the home page banner for a YouTube channel, you have to think about the fact that a lot of people will take a look to the videos, for example, from a TV, from a television, and this bigger format, it's made for the televisions. Now, the problem is that with the fact that in the mobile version of the YouTube app and in the desktop version, we can see that the image is cut. Now I could show you, for example, also in the mobile Okay, book club today we're not raining heavily. Don't worry. With the fact that we are recording, you can see the full lesson later when I will upload it into Google Drive and in YouTube. So I was saying that you have to consider that all the main informations that you want to show in the banner has to be in the center, because this is the visible part on the desktop app, and now I will show you also from the mobile app. Oh no, they change. Oh, if you see here, now I will share again my screen. As you can see, the banner here, it's cut. It's more. It's not too much large. It cut again. So the main informations that we want to share to show to the people has to remain here in the straight center of the composition. Okay. And I'm seeing that other people is entering, but let's return to the police. Okay. To our platform. Now, I will remain here in this setup for show you again the features of the software. Here you can see, if you click on my stuff, you can see the last things that you prepared in Adobe Express. You can create folders. You have here the brands tab that can allows you to create brand and style guides for your projects. There is there the upload. Let me show again the full screen at this point. Okay, if I go on the upload, if I click on the upload button, you should be able to see the open window from Windows in this case, where I can choose all the things that I can upload in the platform. For For example, I could upload this image, for example, and you can see that I have it in my directly into my composition, and I can move it. You can see that these purple lines, that is the guides that is saying the photo, the element it's in the horizontal center of the composition, and the other one it says that we are in the vertical. We are aligned into the vertical size of the composition. All the elements, in this case a photo that we upload, can be resized not only in the size but also in the corner that can be cut again. So if we want to give more importance to the center of the composition of the photo, we can do this with these handles that allows us to shrink not the photo but the border around. Okay. Another thing that we can do is to remove the background of an image, and in reality it makes a pretty good work, because as you can see here, if I click on remove background, the AI that stay inside the software that is integrated in the software has tried to read the people that is in the photos. It didn't do a perfect job, but because this kind of photo it's not good for background remove, but it sees that the person here in the center of the photo was the main focus of the photo, and decide to try to isolate the subject. Here we have the template bar for where you can use some presets, but it's not the thing that we would like to use in this case, because I would like that you try to compose something from zero, because it's only with that you can learn how to compose, in my opinion. You can take inspiration from some stuff that you can find here in the platform, but the best thing should be to compose something from zero, because, for example, if you create a brand, okay, you will create, for example, the social media templates for that software, and you will use the style of the logo for define the appearance of the graphic layout of a social media composition. Okay. On media, again, we can see some stock elements that Adobe give us the possibility to use, but with the fact that, and this is a constant thing for all these platforms, of course, the best ones that you can find for use them, you have to pay. So here we can find something a little bit more spicy. The text tab, where you can use some presets. In the latest lesson, I show you this one, this balloon with the text, but we can or use some presets for the text, or we can add a simple text box, clicking on add your text, and you can start playing a little bit with the font that you can use. Again, we have a lot of them are you can use them only for with the Pro version, but most of them that are, for example, similar to Google Font are available in this platform. Another feature that you can use only with a Pro account is to upload your font, because maybe the logo that you have designed has a specific font that maybe could be created by yourself. In the next lessons, I would like to show you how to create a custom font by yourself that can, for example, represent your handwritten calligraphy. It's quite interesting because if you want, you can write a letter with your calligraphy, but not writing them by hand, but using Word or similar. You have a lot of options that you can use here. You can let me see if okay. For example, one of the most used Google font that you can use is this one, Montserrat, that is a Google font. That's why it's free, because it's the Google font as a platform allows you to download for free the fonts and use them, for example, in the websites. And it's integrated in these platforms. So probably the font that you can find here that are where you have to pay are or fonts like the most used, like Helvetica, that is one of the most famous fonts, and you have to pay for use the font, or some fonts designed by Adobe, because Adobe owns also a font platform that allows you to use that fonts in paying, basically. So my suggestion is to, when you want to decide which font use in your logos, in your graphic composition, in your documents, if you want to be sure that the font that you will use it's usable by anyone, first of all, you can go on Google Fonts here and start searching what you want to. You have here some filters. You can choose, for example, the writing system like this one, or the language directly, because not all the fonts that is in Google Fonts have all the it's called glyphs. So, for example, there is the Chinese ideograms or the Japanese ideograms. Not all the fonts have that glyphs. Okay, so when you are designing something, you have to order Cyrillic symbols for Russian or similar languages. Okay, so pay attention when you design a logo to be sure that the font that you will use it's available in all the languages that you have to reach, for example. Okay. And here you can choose the language. You can choose the feeling that you want to give to your text, or you can choose the calligraphy style. For example, you can use handwritten style, informal style, formal style. You can choose between font, serif font, that is all the fonts that have these decorations on the on the letters, or sans serif, that is this other that are these more clean, more basically the thing that changes is that the sans serif normally are more modern style fonts. The serif one are more have a more old feeling that can come in handy for what we want to say with our brand. If you think, for example, to the newspaper, The Times, that is an institution for the information business, you can see that the Times have a font with all these decorations that give more importance to the brand. Okay, and you can also choose the font for the season. In this case, we can see that a few months ago there was Halloween, and you can choose so eventually some fonts that give a scary feeling. Okay, or this one that I don't know which kind of element is basically. So all these fonts are integrated into these platforms. It's integrated in Canva, it's integrated in Adobe Express, and give you a very big group of options for create your own documents in the style that you prefer. And this is a very good thing. So after choose the font, for example, I will use my dear friend Montserrat, and you can see that you have the font, the main font, but you have all the weight of the fonts, of the styles. You can start from the thin version. Let me resize a little bit so you can see better. You can choose between thin italic. You can choose extra light font, extra light italic, light font, italic regular. Basically changing the weight of the font will give you more the text will be more or less heavy. So it also depends on what you want, the message that you want to give. And there is, as you can see, there is a lot of options. There is semi-bold, there is bold, there is, for example, also extra bold. And as you can see, the weight of the text become more and more big. Arriving to the black, that it's maybe too much heavy in this case. And you can play a lot with them. So you can, for example, you could create a text that have a part of the name of the brand with the bold style, and another part with the light, with the thin style. You can choose to underline the text, but I suggest you to don't do this because, and I think that Cristiano will explain you better when you will start coding websites. In the web design in the design basis, there is the fact that if a text is underlined, it means that it is a link where you can click. So this could create some confusion in what the people see. You can choose between a lot of alignment from. Now you can't. This is the lorem ipsum is the most famous text that you can use for created to show how a text will fill a page in a document. So you can choose between alignment on the left, alignment on the center, and alignment on the right. There isn't a specific alignment that has to be used for graphic design. Remember, if you remember the slides that I show you in the first theoretical lesson, changing the alignment of the text will give you more or less importance to the text that you are adding to a document or a composition or whatever you are composing. And you can add a lot of effects. There is, for example, you can make dynamic text like this, so it will fill automatically the text box with this effect that it's quite cool. Imagine to play out with that. You can create a circle text that could come in handy if you want to design a round base logo, for example. You can create an arch or a bow that again can come in handy for graphic composition, and you can enlarge or shrink all the things. But for now, I will remain on the dynamic text. Or I never tried this, but you can play a lot also with that. You can change the fill of the text with this. This is the colors that the software suggests you, or you can choose a custom color with selecting it by hand, or if you have, for example, a brand style guide, you can put the values here that, as you can see, it's the hexadecimal values of the color. And once I have these values, maybe for a brand, I can use them perfectly as exactly what they has to be. You can and you can also, for example, make the fill of the text in, for example, you can leave it white, or you can put the text with no fill, because maybe you want that the text of your logo to be only with a stroke around and in transparency. Okay. And again, you can change the color. It's all clear. There is any question?
It's okay. It's okay.
Okay. You can change also the thickness of the stroke, of the outline of the text, and again, you can play with that. You can change also the opacity of the outline. Okay. This is you can add some effects to your text, but I suggest you to don't do this for a logo. This. Okay, probably this is a beta element that it's not good. Okay, nothing. And the other thing that can come in handy for designing a logo is here the Elements tab that allows us to use first of all, some design assets that it can be used in the compositions. My suggestion is to don't use these things for a logo, because for example, with this frame here, you can see that it's too much detailed, for example, to be used for a logo. And consider the fact that a logo, a brand has to be visible also in the distance. As you can see, if I zoom out, I'm losing all the details of the logo. Imagine that this could be the logo of a partner of a project, for example, and you have to put this in this dimension in a composition because maybe there is a list of the partners of something. You will not be able to see in a good way this the logo. So my suggestion is to use flat shapes, don't with not too much details. You can create a good logo maybe with only text, playing with the weight of the text, adding some little graphic elements, but it's not necessary to use to add a lot of graphic elements, of visual elements that will only create confusion, in my opinion. So coming back to the assets, to the elements. So my suggestion is to use the shapes, as I show you in the last lesson. I created a simple eye illustration that could be used for a logo using these elements, using half circle. You can add ovals, you can add these rounded shapes, you can use rectangles, you can use stars, icons. I understand that maybe using only these little shapes will not give you all the freedom that will give you to use to create something more complex with other softwares. But you can create a lot of things only with that. For example, you could imagine that we want to create, for example, a microphone icon. We could here remove the border. Or better to directly using a black oval rounded square. Of course, here on the left you can see all the levels that compose our composition, and you can work on them in independent way. So I can, if I want to create, for example, for a podcast, a microphone, I can do like this. Here you can see the purple lines that represent the guides. As you can see, in how much? 30 seconds, I've created the shape of a microphone. So I can select the elements and I can group them so I can move them in all together without staying to realign, resize, put them together, and I can scale all the things here. Okay, it's I think that we can make a 10 minutes, 15 minutes break. Please don't leave the call. Remain here with online, and later we will continue. Okay. And before, if you have any question, you can ask. Think about if there is something that you want to see again, if there is any doubt, any question, and I will be honored to answer your question. Okay? Please give me a feedback. Hey. Please.
Yeah.
Okay, see you later. Okay, we can continue. Give me a feedback, please, the fact that you are back on the... Okay, okay. Okay. No, let's continue. So, after all our, if we see that our composition is good, we can click on download and select the format. Before this, remember that if you want to export the file with the transparency, you have to click on background color and select here 0% of opacity. As you can see here, the background will become with this checkers motif. That is the how universally is represented the transparency of an image. You will find this in all the softwares that allows you to create file with transparency. So once this is done, you can click on download, select the format that you want to use. In this case, I will use transparent PNG format, but you can choose JPEG, you can use PDF standard, you can choose PDF for printing. And now I'm telling you this because I saw that a couple of you sent me an email with some things that was prepared. You can also click on share, and you can add here the email of the person that you want to share this file. And you can choose between two options. All invited people can access. So if you add here the mail, only the people will open this. Or you can click on anyone with the link, and you can choose between these two options. Can comment, because maybe you want to show your work to someone and leave comments on your work if it's good, if there is correction to do, if there is anything to change, or click on can edit. At this point, anyone that have this link can open the file and work on this file. So my suggestion is to use this option if you want to make a group work. Okay. And last but not least, remember to give a name to your composition, because for now you will start working on just small, just one or two files maybe, but my suggestion is to give a precise name to what you're doing, because when you will start working on dozen and dozen of files, or hundreds of files, you will need to have a good idea of what you are doing and for what, because maintain order is the best thing that you have to do in this kind of works. After that, if there is any question? Of course, no. Okay. Now I will show you some platforms where you can search for free resources to use in your compositions. That could be photos, videos, icons, and similar. The first one that I want to show you is FreePic, where with a free account, I will use again my work mail. And maybe let me put the website in English, that can come in handy for you. You can search something, but before searching, you can, if you click here where is the assets text, there is an arrow here, you can click, and you have some filters. So you can choose between vector files. So because maybe in this case you will not need to use the vector files, because you can't work directly on them with Adobe Express. But you can choose between photos, icons, videos, templates, PSD files, that is the files that you can generate with Photoshop, and mockups. You can choose between premium things, because FreePic offer you two options for using the files, that the resources that is in the website. The first one is for free, but with an attribution. What does it mean? It means that if you use the work of any other person, this is the correct way to do this, you have to attribute the work. Maybe, for example, let me search, for example, I don't know, children. Free. For example, if I take this one, I can click on download, free download. Here you can see there is the text attribution is required. If we click on the information button here, we will have a full guide of how it works. But if I click on free download, you can see, no, they changed. Okay, they changed the website in the last days. So in the previous version of the website, once you download the image or the resource, you will find here a text photo by, in this case, press photo by on FreePic. And the most correct thing to do should be to copy take this text and add it in some place in the document or in the composition that you are creating, for attribute the work of the people that prepared, in this case, a photo. But it's this thing is available also for videos. You can, or vectors, that allows you to, in this case, you can download vector files and use it maybe in another composition. Or normally, if you download a vector file from FreePic, it allows you to you can find in the folder that you can download. Let me show you. If I click here, you can see that you will find a JPEG file of the composition, and in this case, the EPS vector file that you can open with in Adobe Illustrator for edit it. But you can also use the raster image. Okay. Now, if you want, I can send you in chat the link to this website. If you want to start experimenting with that. The second website where you can find resources is called Pexels. And let me put it in English. Again, I have already okay, change language. English. Here you can you can search between photos and videos. And again, let's search children. We can find all the images. We can filter, for example, for some orientation. You can, because for example, you can need an image for an Instagram story, so you can choose the vertical format, or you need you have to prepare an Instagram post, so you can choose square. Okay, of course, not all the same resources are prepared in all the styles, in all the orientations, or you can remain on the classic horizontal format. You can choose between the size, large, medium, and small for the resolution, or you can add an hexadecimal code for choose the color, the main color of the composition. Okay. So this can come in handy if you want to if you want to add an image on with so and so the same color palette of your brand. I will also give you the link to this one. And the last website that I want to show you is this one, Flaticon, that again, there is the with the free account, you have some limitations, but you can download icons to use, for example, in graphic compositions, in if you want to create a mock-up for an application or similar. You can search, for example, again, let's search children. And you can see that we have 164,682 options in various styles. Here you have a lot of filters, so you can choose, for example, to use only black icons, because for the style that you want to create, you will need to use this style. Or, for example, you can, once you click on one of the icons available, you can click on edit icon, and you can, for example, change the color. And once you have done, you can click on download. With the free account, you can download only in PNG format with 512 pixel size for each side. Free download with the attribution as usually. In this case, you can see here you have the name of the creator. So if you will use this at the end of your document or your composition, you will add the text icons by, in this case, MD Tanvirul Hick by Flaticon, or icon by name and surname on Flaticon, etc. This is the correct way to use this free stuff. If you can see here, there is the icon that I customized before and downloaded and usable. And that's it for the resources file. Let me again give you the link to the website. I suggest you to save these links. Maybe if you want, I will send them also in the chat, in the WhatsApp chat. This is repeat. This is this is pixels, and this is Flaticon. Okay. With this website, you will have some resources that you can use for your graphic design works, or for have some suggestions to use in your logo design, maybe. Okay. There is any question? No. Okay. At this point, I will show you some brand identity guidelines. I've taken this from a website that allow you with signing in with an email to download brand style guidelines, again for taking inspiration on how to realize a document for visual style. And I will start with the first one, that is this. Maybe if I put it in the other screen, it's better. The first one that I would like to show you is the guidelines from the Twitch from the Twitch platform. That, for the ones that doesn't know what is, it's the most famous streaming platform for live streaming. And you can see that an important thing that we have to consider when we design a brand is the tone of voice that we want to use, because in the example is this one. As you can see here, with the fact that Twitch is it's very famous for the gaming, the name of the identity guidelines is Speedrun Edition. For the ones that doesn't know what is speedrun, it's a style of play. It's a play style where you try to finish a video game in less time as possible. So here the tone of voice of this brand is the fact that the main target is young people, is to play with the video game, with the playing style stuff. So here you can see a quick introduction with very colorful images, very particular images for give again the tone of voice of the brand. You can see here the main brand and how the application appear in a smartphone. You can see how the platform appear in a computer. And here we can start with the design. Here you have the wordmark style, or in this case the extrude wordmark, because it's the official logo. It's with this fake 3D effect. There is the icon of the application, and here you can see how much space you have to leave around the logo for use it in a graphic composition, for example. The same thing for how to use the logo for, in this case, for a lookup with other text. In this case, we have Twitch with Fortnite. That it's a very famous video game, and you can see how you have to align the text and how much space have to remain between the logo and the text. Here we have a mock-up of an installation of the icon of the brand, and here we have the if you remember the theoretical lesson about the colors, you can see that we have the main colors of the logo with the name of the color. In this case, there's Twitch Purple, Black Ops. Again, we go back in the gamification of the logo, because Black Ops, it's a famous video game. And this eyes, that it's a light purple. There is the name of the color and the values. We have the RGB, CMYK. This should be hue and saturation, and the hexadecimal, and the name of the Pantone, that is a color system very famous, that represent this exact tone of a color. The same for the black, and the same for the eyes. Here there is some tips on which color style use. For example, for digital designing, for digital, to use the RGB values, or if you want to use to print things like for posters or similar, to use the CMYK. Okay, we have some colors that match good with the text. Some example of how to use this secondary palette. For example, again, for posters or fair installations. Here we have how to match in a good way the main colors in a correct way. Here we have also the font that is used for the text that you have to add in a document for this element. Sorry, the font that you have to use for this if you have to prepare a document about the Twitch platform. Probably this is a custom font that is designed for the Twitch platform. Hello, Alfred. Again, other examples of some installations. And here, how to use the layout of the font in a text. Here we have other examples. And that's it for Twitch. Now, going more serious, I will show you the brand guideline of Alfa Romeo, that is a famous automobile brand, famous Italian brand. And you can here you can see that the tone of voice is more serious, and because first of all, the Alfa Romeo brand is more about it's the luxury brand of the Fiat Motor Group. In this case, this is the brand identity document of 2015. Here we have the index of the content of this style guide, an introduction again. Here we have brand values. As you can see here, they used the font in the thin weight because it's more fancy, it's more stylish. Okay. So in this case, there is all the story of the brand from the past to the future, the evolution of the brand, and here we can start to see how the logo is composed. There is this circle, the word Alfa Romeo, the big snail, the snake with the crown, and the texture of the logo of the shield. Here there is all the variation of the logo, the one for digital communication, the one for the printed communication, the same but in monochrome version. I think that is the vector version, the flat version, the sketch version that is used, for example, for the decoration of some of the elements, for example, of the seats of the car. There is in the detail all the variation of the logo. There is again here we can see the colors that you can that compose the logo. In this case, they are as I was saying before, they are Pantone. It's called that is this specific values. The sketch version that we can see that it's put in this case in some details here. Here there is the tire. There is in the driving part of the car. In this case, we have also the construction of the logo, and here again we have how many space we have to use if we need to put it into a graphic composition. In this case, it's 1/5 of the main height of the logo. There is in this case indications of the minimum size where the logo can be read. In this case, the limit is 16 millimeters for the colored version, the same for the monochromatic, and for the fact that the main logo, it's really the main logo, it's really detailed. We have the limit of 16 millimeters. For the sketch logo, because it's more simple to read, you can see that the minimum size is 10 millimeters. So you have to take care about that when you design a logo. How much small can be placed the logo that I'm designed for have a good readability? Take care of this. Again, we have all the details, the colors with the Pantone number, but also the values of CMYK and RGB and the hexadecimal color. Here we have some how to set up a background for using this logo in a graphic composition. So you have to put it in the center, respecting the spacing that we saw before. In this case, we have a landscape layout. Here we have a banner style, an horizontal banner style. Maybe this can be used for ads that you can find on our website. Same stuff in vertical. And again, we have which colors you can use with the logo. So you can use red with a gradient as a background. You can use a red background. You can use a black background or a white background. You can't use images because you will, first of all, using a setup like this, you will cover the image in the background, and it's not good. Here we have the font that is used. This is the name of the font, Apex New Typeface.
Could you please go one slide back?
This.
No.
This.
No, where you cross the logo.
Here.
Yeah, yeah. What's the difference between the black background at the top and the black background at the left corner?
No, in this case, this is not. You are meaning this one, right?
Yeah, yeah.
In this case, you can see that. Now I will zoom a little bit. Let me show you because I understand that. In this case, this is a blue background, a dark blue background, and with this glitch effect, I think that it's still an image.
Yeah, it's not black.
Because if it is a full blue background, you can see that it's not admitted to use it. But basically, this is the decision that the brand decide, because in this case the logo have already a blue element inside this, so probably using a color that or it's the same tone of blue or a different, maybe will not match good in the composition.
Okay, I see.
Allora, okay, so no, I was saying that there is the font that has to be used for example, the car manual or similar, or the communication material of the brand, or the variations. In this case, the brand give us some alternatives because maybe I don't have the possibility to use this font. So they say you can use Arial, that is a default font that you can find in every computer. In this case, regular and bold, and all the variation, and that's it. I think that I will show you really, or any other question about this? No, okay. I will show you really quick the brand identity of Snapchat. That I don't know if how many of you know this platform. In this case, this is the version of March 2020. And here we have the explanation of the elements of the logo, in this case, the ghost. Again, we have the spacing that we have to use for placing in this case, the ghost that represents the platform. We have how the icon appear into using it into an app, into the app version of the platform. We have how the QR code that you can generate with this platform has to appear. And we have again the color table with all the values in RGB, CMYK, and hexadecimal. We have this yellow, this black, and this white. That it's not complete white, but this. Here we have the font, that in this case it's graphic font, and with all the variations. We have how to don't use the name. In this case, you can't use the snap word in a domain for a website that don't use Snapchat. You can't use something similar to the main icon of in this case, the ghost puppet in the main icon for your platform or other things. There is the only assets that you can where you can access, and here there is the direct link to where to download the official brand elements. In this case, the ghost logo and the app icon, and that's it. And I think also that this could be enough for today. So I hope that you found useful this stuff. I hope that you understand most good the Adobe Express platform. Now, for the next lesson with me, I would like you to try to compose something with Adobe Express. And in this case, don't send me the link, the image prepared with the Express, but as I showed you before, with the share button, you can create a public link that you can send me via mail. And now, after I close the call, I will give you my work mail into the WhatsApp chat. Okay? So, guys, thank you for the attention and see you the next time.
Thank you also. Thank you also.
Thank
Bye-bye.
you.
Bye-bye.
Thank you, Andrea.
Thank
You're
you
welcome.
very much.